This is the Ryder and Lisa podcast.
Brought to you by Yegg Property Pros. Powered by Real Broker. Get a realtor who knows. Call the pros.
Time for Recommend Something, where we recommend something.
If you've been trying to get off of the sugar in your morning coffee, listen, I get it. Life is short. You want a delicious coffee.
Mm-hmm.
But if the goal is to save a couple cals.
And sugar is just bad for you.
Yeah, it's poison.
Yeah.
You just got to slowly get off of it.
Okay.
So that's what I've been doing. I went from having, back in the day, a double-double, ew, to me that now when I taste one of those, it's a hot milkshake.
Mm-hmm.
I slowed down from that to 2 creams, 1 sugar. Then I eventually got to 2 creams. Then I was doing just the 1 cream. Now, guess what I got? Half a cream.
Just a little splash.
And it's good.
Well, and apparently it's better for your teeth than straight up black coffee.
That's also true. Okay, anyway, so that's my recommendation today is you just got to slowly wean off of these things, like most things in life.
Mine is about if you are like me and as soon as it comes to cardio, you just cannot wait to be done. You start counting the clock. You're like, oh, I'm 2 minutes in. So if I just do this 15, if I do 2 minutes 15 more times, you start doing the math in your head. Anyway, I figured it out.
You just people watch. If that person's been on the treadmill the whole time, why would you get off if they haven't gotten off? That's what I say.
Yeah, that's not bad. No, I downloaded a book. I bought Chain Gang All-Stars. I've heard very good things about this. So I got the audiobook, and I've been listening to it while on the treadmill. And I'm so into the story that I forget what I'm doing.
I love that.
It's prisoners that go up against each other and have to fight to the death. It's super interesting.
Which is stimulating in itself.
Right. So you're distracted, and then all of a sudden you're like, oh, I'm 25 minutes into this jog already. Awesome. It is award season.
It sure is. So yet again, celebrities had to dress up and go out last night and schmooze in the crowd for the Emmys.
But there was a EGOT winner, right?
You got it. And I can't believe it took this long. Sir Elton John officially has won an Emmy, a Grammy, an Oscar, and a Tony Award, which apparently is you've hit the cycle.
Yeah, that's hitting for the cycle.
You've
baseball
hit the cycle.
Term.
And there's a lot of celebrities that are so close, like Cher. Cher does not have a Tony. If she won a Tony, she would be EGOT status.
Okay, what about Hugh Jackman? He's got to be close, right?
He needs one more.
Okay.
And Bette Midler, one off from having EGOT status. Even Common. Common needs a Tony.
Okay.
He's won everything else. Which I just think it must be so frustrating when you're like, that's all I need. And then when you are nominated and you don't win that last award, it must be infuriating.
I wonder what we could consider Kobe Bryant's compilation of wins, because he has an Oscar.
Oh, that's true.
But also MVP. He's got how many NBA championships?
So we got OMM.
Oh, Nom. I'm sure there's a few more awards he had picked up in his day.
But Elton John was not at the ceremony last night. He got a FaceTime in the middle of the night.
Okay.
And was shocked that he won. I'm like, come on, you're Sir Elton John. It was bound to happen.
It feels like Elton can act too. I bet he can act surprised when he wins something like that.
True. But anyway, I just think the EGOT status is cool. Do you have anything that's comparable to that? I've won one award in my life, and it was just this a couple months ago.
Yeah. I mean, I've kind of done the Canadian radio cycle. I won the top radio host under 30 in Canada, and then we won the top radio team in Canada. Well, I don't know what's next.
What's left?
A Tony. I want to mix a Tony in there.
You were just complaining about theater kids 2 minutes ago on our show.
Got a listener who's in a bit of a predicament. What's going on?
Oh, gosh. Okay. Well, I had a flat tire on Friday. Not flat, but almost flat. So I drove to a tire shop that's by my house, and I went in, and this person helped me, and he was extremely attractive and kind. Didn't charge me for anything, which is a bonus. And I chickened out, and now I'm debating on whether I should go back and shoot my shot, or if it's inappropriate to call and do it.
Okay, I have a question. Is this usually something that someone would get charged for?
I don't really know. the tire was like almost flat, and it's been giving me an issue. And he said he would take a look at it, brought it in, said it was low, and I should like debate on getting new tires soon. So I don't even know what was wrong with it. I was an hour late for work, so I didn't really stay to chat. So
Okay.
I wonder if that is something that it would be weird to charge.
Well, if you're
Yes.
he's
Someone.
putting in some air and saying, yeah, you probably need new tires. Eventually, I couldn't find the actual issue. Like, yeah, that's probably
I don't know.
Okay, so him not charging you might not be a sign that he was hitting on you.
but it could be.
But it
No,
also could
no.
be. That's what makes this so hard to figure out.
yeah, I'm not the type to like hold my breath and say, "Oh my God, somebody was kind and they want, they want to date me," kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Totally not like that.
Okay, well, I have some pickup lines that you could use for him.
Okay.
Maybe if you roll back in there.
Oh, God.
Like, are you a tire iron? Because I want to tighten our connection.
Well, he was definitely built like a tire iron, let me tell you.
Okay, how about this one? Are you a spare tire? Because I want to take you for a spin, mount you, and then let you down easy.
Oh, that's inappropriate.
Yeah,
We're not
but
using that.
We're not using that one?
No, cut that one out.
Okay, how about this one? It's cute. Do you believe in love at first sight, or should I come by the shop again?
Oh, that's cute.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, but in all seriousness.
What?
let's
That
put
was
this-
serious.
No, those were not good. To all of our listeners, what would you do? What is your advice? What's the next step? Is there a next step,
Ooh,
or
I
do you
got
shut
it.
it down? What?
Let the air out of a different tire.
Okay, I love that.
And then go back and say, like, I need to get some new tires.
Yeah, poke a hole in all of them. Slash them. Let's go. We had a listener who we are keeping anonymous.
Good luck.
I'm so bad at accidentally saying people's names on the show.
Mm-hmm.
Remember Glary? And Ryder's like, that is so obvious what his real name is. I was like, I don't think so. It could be Larry. It could be Gary.
I actually met him, and he introduced himself as Glary. So
It's the best.
he's owning it now.
Okay, good. But this listener said that she went into a tire shop yesterday and the guy she was dealing with was really cute.
Yeah.
And she's curious if she should shoot her shot. Should she call the shop and ask him if he's single, if he wants to go out, if he was interested? Should she show up? Should she just move on with her life? So what are your thoughts on this?
Well, I'd be a little bit worried that she'd get the wrong guy if she just called. And then, like, some 63-year-old dude named Randy shows up for the date. You know what I mean?
He's got a ponytail. He's been wearing the same jean jacket since 1997.
Owns a couple snakes.
Just permanently smells like cigarettes, but they're a little bit wet.
And a tire shop.
Yeah, which I actually like that smell.
Yeah, you've said that before.
I love walking into Canadian Tire. I don't know. There's something about the smell. It gets me going. Okay, so here are some of the texts that we got into our show
Jesus.
for this woman and what she should do. This one here says she should go back and say she wanted to say thank you, but was in a rush because she was late for work. Bring him coffee, maybe some donuts, and see if the vibes are right.
Good suggestion.
I like that. And I know that tire shops love when you bring them donuts.
That's a way better suggestion than mine, which was just like going in there with a pickup line, maybe involving lube or something. And
yeah, or like honking her horn and being like, I'm horny. Like, no.
Today we're counting down the top 7 most bizarre things you know about Edmonton. This was a Reddit thread, and I was captivated reading through them. So I just got 7 of my favorites. Little things I didn't know, you didn't know, most of us didn't know. Maybe you did. Who cares? Here's an honorable mention. Edmonton was named for a village that was outside of London. The original town of Edmonton had a reputation for being home to witches, and there was even a 17th century play called The Witch of Edmonton, a known true story. Go watch that.
That sounds good.
Yeah. At number 7, there are coal mine shafts under downtown, and apparently they have to be careful with downtown development because of it,
No way.
because of all the huge mines under there.
Cool.
Yeah. At number 6, the band Kiss had their first show in Edmonton at the U of A cafeteria. I think the cafeteria in Lister Hall, and I knew this already because my dad was the dean of residence at the time and ended up nearly fighting Gene Simmons.
Yeah.
Like they had gotten a pushing match.
Because Gene was destroying the room that they were staying in. Your dad had to go knock on the door.
And they had destroyed their dressing room, and Dad almost fist fought Gene Simmons. That's cool, right?
Yeah, that's badass.
He would have lost.
Yeah,
probably,
for sure.
But at number 5, for the most bizarre things about Edmonton, this all comes from a Reddit thread.
Yep.
The Edmonton Municipal Airport was once the busiest airport in the world.
Why?
Canada and U.S. sent 18,000 warplanes to Russia during World War II, and the stopping point was Edmonton.
Okay.
At number 4, a guy who worked for Edmonton Transit stole over $2 million in change. It was over a 13-year span. He used a magnet and a car antenna to do it. They estimate that he took 37 tons of change over the years.
I mean, that's pretty much me growing up when I would take change out of my dad's jeans.
Yeah,
to go
on the dryer.
To go get a Slurpee.
At number 3, for bizarre things you might not have known about Edmonton, the escalator that goes from the 3rd floor of Rogers Place to the 7th floor. So it's like the first one by Fort Hall, the really long one that gets you to the nosebleeds.
Yeah.
Is the tallest escalator in the world.
I hate that escalator because
Yeah.
I'm scared of heights. Like, I'm always so terrified that someone's going to trip and then we're all going to fall down.
I get a little awkward on that one too, actually.
I
like
do
it
not
just
like it.
sits a little on you. You're about halfway up and you're like, yeah, this is pretty ridiculous.
Yeah, I don't care how many germs are on the little hand
yeah.
railing. I don't care. I will grasp on for dear life.
Double hand it.
Yeah.
At number 2, bizarre things you may not have known about Edmonton. The first green onion cake was sold here in
I think I knew that.
1978.
I did know that.
Now, they were popular in northern China. A lot of families would make them, but nobody had ever taken them to market. The first person to sell one was here in Edmonton in
And you can still buy them. Like, if you go to the farmer's market, there's a lot of local vendors that sell them, and they'll sell them frozen, and then you just pop them in your toaster. They're so good.
Yeah, damn good. And this one is wild to me. I had no idea, and I bet most are the same. The bird dance was actually recorded, written, and produced in Edmonton.
Da-na-na-na-na-na.
An absolute jam from a band called the Emeralds.
This song always reminds me of the cream egg commercial where it's like a bunny and it's pretending to give birth to
In a chocolate egg.
but it's a cream egg. And I love cream eggs. My friends think I'm disgusting, but I could eat 6 of them.
And was this song playing in that commercial?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, man.
So good. Okay, that was really fun. Thanks, Ryder.
No problem. Yeah. Might be time for a remix of that. I might have to do an Edmonton remix.
Also, thanks to everyone on Reddit for actually coming through with these cool Edmonton facts. We might have to bring this back at some point.
Yeah, anytime I can just go online somewhere and absolutely take content word for word and then just deliver it on the show and then you thank me for it, I'll do that.
Yeah, I actually regretted it immediately. That's why I then said, thank you to everyone who actually put the work in.
It is time for Unsung Heroes, where we give shout-outs to people, places, and things that don't always get the love they deserve. Let me be your hero.
Shout out to people who salt their walkway. That's so nice of you, but this better be the one that's okay for pets' paws, because if not, I'd rather fall.
Shout out to Monopoly games being way more fun when we were all young and fiscally irresponsible.
Shout out to people who do click and collect with their groceries, really risking it to trust a complete stranger to pick out your avocados. Okay.
Shout out to someone not giving you the courtesy wave when you let them in, for teaching us all it's absolutely possible to hate a complete stranger.
Yeah, just for a couple seconds.
Hate you.
Hate you so much. Shout out to that one guy in the drive-thru who has their window frozen shut and has to open their door to grab their coffee. Don't be too embarrassed. It happens to the best of us. It really does, but you should be embarrassed.
Never happened to me.
That's so embarrassing.
Shout out to the carbon pricing rebate. I don't know how receiving a check from the government is helping save the planet, but I'm not asking questions.
No, I'm not complaining at all.
Sounds great.
Shout out to people who keep poopery in their bathrooms. Wow, way to admit you go number 2. That is so mortifying.
What? That's another episode of Unsung Heroes. It is time for Unsung Heroes, where we give shout-outs to people, places, and things that don't always get the love they deserve. Let me be your hero.
Shout out to people who salt their walkway. That's so nice of you, but this better be the one that's okay for pets' paws, because if not, I'd rather fall.
Shout out to Monopoly games being way more fun when we were all young and fiscally irresponsible.
Shout out to people who do click and collect with their groceries, really risking it to trust a complete stranger to pick out your avocados. Okay.
Shout out to someone not giving you the courtesy wave when you let them in, for teaching us all it's absolutely possible to hate a complete stranger.
Yeah, just for a couple seconds.
Hate you.
Hate you so much. Shout out to that one guy in the drive-thru who has their window frozen shut and has to open their door to grab their coffee. Don't be too embarrassed. It happens to the best of us. It really does, but it is... You should be embarrassed.
Never happened to me.
That's so embarrassing.
Shout out to the carbon pricing rebate. I don't know how receiving a check from the government is helping save the planet, but I'm not asking questions.
No, I'm not complaining at all.
Sounds great.
Shout out to people who keep poopery in their bathrooms. Wow, way to admit you go number 2. That is so mortifying.
What? That's another episode of Unsung Heroes.
It's Ryder and Lisa's 1K Wordplay. Brought to you by Out of Bounds Restaurant.
Okay, this might be a first. We've got Delane on the phone, who has been caller 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, but never 7 until today.
Yeah, super excited.
That is amazing, which is also a great reminder to everyone else listening to not give up.
Persistence pays off, hopefully to the tune of $1,000. Here's how the game works. You're going to pick a teammate, either Lisa or myself, who will leave the room and not be able to hear any of your answers. When we give you 5 words, you just tell us the first word that comes to mind for each. We'll invite your teammate back in. They'll play the same game. For every answer that aligns, $25. Hit all 5, we jump it to $1,000.
All right, who's your teammate this morning?
Oh, man, that's a tough choice. Let's go with Lisa.
Okay, I like it.
Me too. I've got some good words. All right, we're going to start the timer as soon as I give you the first word, okay?
Okay.
You ready to rip?
Yes.
The first word is apple.
Fruit.
Floor.
Carpet.
Salt.
Pepper.
Guitar.
Music.
And ball.
Basketball.
Those are good answers.
Ugh.
Let's get Lisa back in here. We are giving away some cash today.
I like it. I like it a lot. How much, though? Let's see. Let's find out.
What's the first word that comes to mind when I say salt?
Pepper. Yes.
Yay!
$25, no wall of shame. I like it.
How about apple?
Apple, I'm going to say fruit. Is that a yes? Yes! Don't get me wrong, I'm craving some pie right now, but I was like,
That was my other option.
apple pie, I bet, is a very popular
Yeah.
answer on the text line. Text in if that's what you came up with.
I like that the intensity is not going to work this round because Delaney's getting so excited.
It's true. We've got $50. Let's make it 75.
What's the first word that comes to mind when I say ball?
Throw.
No!
That one was hard.
What was the answer? What did
Basketball is what she
Oh,
went with.
no.
Throw
Okay.
is a really good answer. So is basketball. Way she goes.
Way she goes. That's okay. We're not done yet. We got, what, 2 more words?
Yeah.
Okay.
Guitar.
Music.
Yeah.
Yes!
75 bucks.
I'm so happy.
And floor.
This one's hard.
Floor. That is so hard.
You say that every game.
My mind just went blank. Floor, I'm going to say ground. That's hard.
Carpet. She had a great
That
answer.
is such a good answer.
Yeah. Or like hardwood, I thought would be a good answer.
Dang. That was a terrible word. All right. How much did she end up winning? 75 bucks?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yay! Thank you so much.
Great job. You have a great day, okay?
Next chance to play is tomorrow morning at 7:50. I can't wait. I am going to absolutely mock your words. Every time I don't get one right moving forward.
I have some really good words for tomorrow.
Yeah,
if someone wants to send Ryder
I'm going to
out.
make fun of them. Tomorrow morning at 7:50, your next chance to play.
The Ryder and Lisa Podcast.
Brought to you by Yegg Property Pros. Powered by Real Broker. Get a realtor who knows. Call the pros.
Play 107.